What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. If at any moment during the video you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit that like button. If you got something to say, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Let's get into this. We're going to review this clip. These ladies speaking on the stage, they're talking about the life of an alpha woman and all this good stuff. And we're going to watch this clip and I'm going to just break it down. Let's get into this.
Use the room, but I'm just gonna be honest about it. Okay,
Tell your truth.
I think that because our mother had to be responsible and raise 5 daughters,
That's strong. 5 strong girls.
5 strong.
Excuse these commercials.
So you want to straighten your teeth, but how long would you have to wear braces? Let's talk about that.
Excuse these
Well,
commercials.
Super strong girls. I'm telling you, I pity the fool to the person who feels like they want to be an alpha female. I
agree with that.
No desire.
I have zero desire.
I'm upset about how alpha I am. I am.
Because you had to be, though.
I
There's a
had
difference.
to be
There's a difference.
because I had to become a mom, a dad, a provider. You know what I mean? I had to become someone's everything,
Yes.
which I'm not complaining about. And I'll also run my own business
And be your everything, too. Just be your everything.
But I wish I could turn off the alpha female in me so I can enjoy my man.
Yes, it's a beautiful thing.
I promise you, because
beautiful thing.
I think that is the barrier. Like, everybody wants to be respected, and I get it. I want to be respected. I want to be heard. You know what I mean? I want to have all of the things, but I also want to feel like a girl.
But
yeah, but that alpha female shit will fuck it up too.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I think so. I'm telling you, Taz.
Yeah.
Like, when you too strong, like you, especially when you are a successful female, and I do believe in having an even ground. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, be a pushover. Definitely don't believe in that. But what I am saying is, because of the positions that we hold at work, we come home and it becomes a part of us. You know what I mean?
It becomes a character.
Yes, I don't want that,
But
and
same,
I want my husband to feel like, that he is, I don't have a problem with him feeling like the head.
But I am going to say this to touch what you were saying. It is definitely hard, especially with quote unquote alpha females. It is hard to allow that man to be a man if you're still trying to be that as well.
Preach the word of the Lord.
Yeah.
And definitely don't emasculate him in public. Say what you have to say. Have that
Facts.
relationship. If y'all going to argue, blah, 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 keep it at the door.
All right, guys. So you saw that, you heard that. These ladies are speaking about the life of an alpha female, the life of an alpha woman, all this other stuff. The cons from it, blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts on that? Is there such thing as an alpha woman? Is it okay to coincide or bond with a alpha woman? What are your thoughts on it? Well, you can go everywhere else to get the lies, but you came here to get the truth. Let me give you my 2 cents on this thing. First off, let's get this straight. There's no such thing as an alpha woman or an alpha female. There's no such thing. What it truly is a woman who has a lot of masculine energy. Right? They're describing a masculine woman. That's what that is. But there's no such thing as an alpha woman. Here's why. When you use the term alpha, right, you're speaking of an animal, or let's say in this case, humans who are dominant, right? Who are absolutely dominant. Now, when it comes to human beings, you got men and women, right? A man will always be able to dominate a woman. I'll say it again. A man will always be able to dominate a woman. Or men, it could be better said like this, men will always dominate women. Right? You put men and women in a room. You're trying to see who's going to be in charge. And they have to do whatever they got to do. I can guarantee this. The man or a man or the men, however you want to look at it, are going to come out on top even if the men are outnumbered by women. Those men are going to dominate in that room. Know that. Now, furthermore, this speaks to a video that I did, I believe, a week ago, talking about how women aren't designed to do or carry the workload like men are. Now, there are women who are, like say, independent, right? Whether they have kids or not, they're running their households and they doing what they got to do, right, to make ends meet. And they're successful in their careers. They're doing what they want to do, right? They control their life for the most part. There are women out here who don't have a man, and that's going on. You got some women who got men and they're running things. But that's because that's a weaker man. That's a weaker man. But back to what I was saying. Oftentimes when you have a woman who's constantly grinding, hustling, so on and so forth, outside of the home, when she comes home, she generally doesn't have much left. I'm not going to say she doesn't have nothing left, but she doesn't have much left. And if she is bound to a man, she cannot consistently meet his expectations or do the things that he needs to be done at home, including things when it comes to sexuality, right? Cooking, cleaning, so on and so forth, or even for the kids. She's typically burnt out if she's out grinding and hustling all day. Now, I'm not talking about if she works 8 hours or if she works 40 hours a week. There are many women who can do that and come home and be a great woman, be a great wife, be a great mother, all that good stuff. But when I'm talking about grinding and hustling, I'm talking about doing well over 40 hours a week. I'm talking about the constant go, going hard. She's going hard every day, every week. That's what I'm talking about when I speak to grinding and hustling. A lot of these women who would classify themselves as alpha women or alpha females, they fall in that category. Or they may have a role at work that is a leadership role, and when they come home, it's hard for them to turn it off. And that can be very problematic. A lot of women want to be in their soft girl era, as they would call it. And I think women should live that way. I think they should. But a lot of times women in this day and age, modern day women, have overstepped their boundaries. And it's hard for them to do that. Or it's hard for a man to put them in that position because he may not feel like she's worthy of it for one reason or another, right? A lot of times it's because she's just too masculine, right? She's just too masculine. I'm going to just call it for what it is. So a lot of these women, even in this video, they're regretting. They say, oh, I want my man to be able to feel it. I want my man to do this. And the thing is, he's a man. He is the leader. He is the head. You're not on the even playing field. He's the head. Especially if we're talking about men and women of God. Everybody doesn't just subscribe to the Bible. Everybody doesn't subscribe to Christianity, right? But all in all, he's the head. He's the leader, right? And if you do subscribe to the Bible, as many of you all do, I'm sure, you can read Genesis 2:18, where it says that a man should not be alone, and a woman was created to be his suitable helper. Right? His suitable helper. You can read 1 Corinthians 11:3, where it says the head of every woman is man. You can read Ephesians 5:22 through 25. Where it's telling the wives to submit to their husbands. Husbands, love your wives. All of that is in there. This whole alpha woman, no, women are not built that way. A lot of women who move that way are single or they're in an unhappy marriage. Say it again. They're either single or they're in an unhappy marriage. Keep that in mind. But again, there's no alpha woman because a man will dominate a woman with his bare hands any day. He will dominate her. So she is no alpha. Alpha means we're coming in here to dominate. That's what men do. Especially if there's a woman in the picture, he will do it. The only thing that's in his way is law enforcement. The only thing that's in a man's way from dominating a woman is law enforcement. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But ladies, bond with men who you are willing to submit to. Bond with men whose lead you can follow. Bond with men who are doing well for themselves and have their things in order. Bond with those types of men so that you don't have to go out here and try to be this alpha woman that you call yourself. Tone it down. Ladies need to remain in their feminine energy at all times. Remain in your feminine energy. There is power in your femininity. I want you to know that there is much power in your femininity. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But that's all I got for this video. Maybe I missed something. Anyway, if any moment during this video you like what you're hearing, like the video. If you got something to say, maybe I missed something, leave it in the comment section. Remember, subscribe to the channel. We're growing fast. We are growing fast. And number one thing, keep God first. I love you all. Be blessed.